Freunde, und herzlich willkommen zu einer weiteren Honkai Star Rare. Denn Mission nicht gut bei Verabschiedungen. Kommt jetzt, sprich alles mit deinen Gefährten. Und da gehen wir jetzt mal.
Well, now that we're done with the situation in the underworld, we can finally look for the Stellaron. But thinking about it, I feel a bit bad about Clara. We promised her that our talks with Svarog would go peacefully.
Es tut mir leid, dass ich Svarog nicht überreden konnte.
You tried your best. Don't blame yourself. I should have considered such a situation in advance. And it was Svarog who attacked first. We didn't have any other choice.
I didn't mean for you guys to start beating yourselves up over it. Look on the bright side. Things turned out all right, didn't they? Now everyone knows that the real problem here is the Stellaron, and they're willing to help us out. All in all, the mission is going super smoothly.
But we still have a lot left to figure out. For instance...
Warum hat Cocolia es auf uns abgesehen?
Exactly. There must be a reason for this sudden change in her attitude. And we still don't have the coordinates and location of the Stellaron. We still haven't put all of the pieces together.
Um ehrlich zu sein, hatte ich wieder Träume.
Dreams?
Oh, I remember you mentioned something about strange dreams before.
All three dreams were the same, with Cocolia and that other...
It would be weird to call it a coincidence.
I'm wondering if these dreams aren't just random, if there is some meaning behind them.
Because of the Stellaron inside her?
That's my hunch, but I have no proof.
Well, then that's as good as nothing for now. So, what should we do when we get back above ground?
We solve a puzzle one piece at a time. Let's get some rest. Also, there's still one more key character we haven't talked to yet. Her connection to Cocolia may be the key.
Okay, wir sollen hier mit Yeti sprechen. Ah, da bist du, du bist wieder da. Wie ist es gelaufen? Bist du müde? Wie hat Oleg dich behandelt? Aber nicht für uns. Du hast recht. Oleg schaut normalerweise ziemlich ernst da rein, aber er kümmert sich um alle. Du musst erschöpft sein. Wenn du den ganzen Tag herumgelaufen bist, ruh dich in deinem Zimmer aus. Ich bringe dir das Essen, wenn es fertig ist. Das ist sehr nett von dir. Gern geschehen. Du wohnst jetzt im Grand Hotel Goethe. Hier sind wir alle Freunde. Oh, das hatte ich fast vergessen. Wie findest du das Bett und das Kopfkissen? Und wie sieht es mit der Zimmertemperatur? Funktioniert der Geomax-Schmelzofen? Wenn du etwas brauchst, lass es mich bitte wissen. Wir würden gerne ausruhen.
You're back. I've heard from Wildfire that you helped resolve that whole situation with Svarog. Amazing. It must have been exhausting. Please have some food and get a good night's rest.
Ich glaube, es wäre etwas zu schlafen. So, Zeit fürs Ausruhen. Eine Welle der Müdigkeit überkommt dich und du erinnerst dich, dass du lange nicht mehr geruht hast. Selbst der schrecklichste Traum wird dieses Mal nicht aufwecken.
Over there. See that? That used to be the worst street in Rivet Town. And it's also where I grew up. My friends and I used to wander those streets, thinking about where to find our next meal. That is, until Chief Oleg got me out and took me to the orphanage. There, I learned to read and write from Natasha. At the age of 10, I started to patrol the mines with Oleg, occasionally getting into fights with the local thugs.
That sounds nice.
Nice? You being sarcastic with me?
Oh, no, sorry. Life in the underworld is difficult. I shouldn't be speaking about it so lightly.
You're always so serious. It really gets on people's nerves sometimes, you know?
Right. What I meant was... For as long as I can remember, my days have been an endless cycle of studying, etiquette lessons, and training. Every day, all I hear is, remember who you are, Bronya. This is against the Architect's admonishments, Bronya. Ladies shouldn't use such foul language, Bronya. Some may envy this kind of life, but I have felt trapped. When every choice and every goal has already been made for you.
No, I can't. But more importantly, what kind of foul language were you using?
In the name of the Architects, I shall stick this spear into your nostril.
That's it? Oh, that's nothing. Looks like I'll have to teach you some underworld slang before you go back.
No, that won't be necessary.
It'll be better than poking people's nostrils, at least. I never thought that I'd be here having a heart-to-heart with the future Guardian. As a kid, I didn't meet many people who lived in the overworld. I only heard stories from the grown-ups and figured you were all just a bunch of cold snobs.
I've heard from some Silvermane veterans that before the orders were made to seal off the underworld from the overworld, there was no difference between the two places. Everybody ate the same food, chatted about the same topics, celebrated the same festivals. Even though times are different now, things like the joys and sorrows of life, the ties between people, these precious things must certainly still connect us all. If there is a way to bridge the gap between the two worlds, we can definitely go back to the time when you and I were not divided. When we could stand side by side against the Eternal Freeze and the Fragmentum.
I'm not like you. I don't have that many grand plans for the future. But if that's the future you want, I'm willing to build this bridge with you.
Thank you, Zila. Your trust is very important to me.
Speaking of which, what are you going to do next? What Svarog revealed must have made quite an impact, huh?
Yes. I thought I was prepared for anything, but... as long as I am the Guardian's successor, those truths will come out sooner or later. But why does my mother hide it from me? And why does she want me to hunt down the outsiders who know about the nature of the Stellaron? It doesn't make sense. I thought it over. There's only one thing I can do.
Hold on. You're not really going, are you? Alone? You can't. This plan...
I've already thought it through, Zila. I am Madame Cocolia's daughter. That will never change. Be it my duties as her heir or as a Silvermane guard, I must face my problems head-on.
Bronya.
This is for you, Zila. Please help me pass it on to the outsiders.
Okay, I understand. You've made up your mind, and there's nothing I can say that will change it. But remember this. If you run into trouble, I will come to save you, no matter what.
Then I'll be waiting for you. So, did you come to this spot when you were a child?
Of course. I just didn't appreciate how nice it was at the time. Very nice.
That was a good sleep. I should go meet up with March and Denhong.
Okay, jetzt geht's erstmal raus. Ah, da seid ihr. Hallo.
Took you long enough, sleepyhead. We've been waiting all day. I've noticed that our sleep routines don't match up. You either keep getting up in the middle of the night or snoozing away until the day's almost out. Unacceptable. You gotta work on your teamwork.
Did you have a dream again last night?
Diesmal nicht.
So that's why you slept for so long.
Well then, let's go find Wildfire to discuss our next move.
Let's go! I can't wait to finally get...
Na gut, dann los geht's.
28.
Ah, das sind ja auch die anderen.
Oh, look who's here.
It's the Bane of Svarog, the big hero of the underworld. And the other big heroes, Dan Hung and March 7.
Were those lines rehearsed?
Where's Natasha?
She has a bunch of other things to attend to. So I hope you don't mind talking to this old man instead. I speak on behalf of Natasha. By the way, sorry for keeping that whole thing about her being the actual leader of Wildfire a secret.
Es ist sowieso egal.
I'm glad you don't mind. Natasha is always cautious, but she has no ill intent, as you surely have noticed. She told me to make sure you return to the overworld safely. I gave it some thought, and I think the safest way is to ask this fella for help.
I brought you down. I can take you back up. Free of charge. Satisfaction guaranteed.
There's no need to knock us out this time, right?
Of course not. This time, we'll go back through the furnace core.
Und wozu brauchen wir dich dafür?
Well, for my sparkling companionship, of course. I jest. The path has been blocked for over 10 years, and very few know how to get through. That's where I come in.
Ugh, enough chatter. Just be a good guide.
Hold on. What about Bronya? Why isn't she here?
She already went back. As you know, she has some things to settle with the Supreme Guardian.
What? She just ditched us and went back? How could you let her?
Sie hat also einen eigenen Plan.
Exactly. She has a lot of responsibilities. I don't completely understand, but I trust that she's trying to solve the problem. Oh, right. Bronya told me to give you this.
She left us a letter. Could this be one of those open in case of emergency letters? I've never gotten one of those before. Should we wait until we run into something dangerous?
Stop overthinking and just open it.
Wenn ihr diesen Brief liest, solltet ihr in die Oberwelt sollte ich in die Oberwelt zurückgekehrt und auf den Weg zu meiner Mutter sein. Ich entschuldige mich dafür, dass ich euch nicht in meinen Plan eingeweiht habe. Ich befürchte, ihr würdet Einwände haben, was einen Entschlusswanken gebracht hätte. Madame Cocolia hat mich großgezogen und ich werde ihr Güte nie vergelten können. Sie hat mir zahllose Lebenslektionen und Tugenden mitgebracht. Und auch wie man Belobog und seine Bewohner verteidigt. Auch wenn sie in letzter Zeit einige Entscheidungen getroffen hat, für die ist keine Erklärung, dass ich keine Erklärung habe. Lasst mich all die kostbaren Erinnerungen an sie nicht los. Ich muss ihr meinen Standpunkt und meinen Gedanken mitteilen und versuchen, mit ihr zu einem gegenseitigen Geständnis zu gelangen. Das mit Betreten des Tochters, aber auch meine Verantwortung als Silbermähnenwächter. Aber ich bin mir der Risiken bewusst, dass ich mit dieser Reise entgehen werde. Sollte ich also die Gunst meiner Mutter nicht erlangen oder sollte mir etwas zustoßen, dann leitet diesen Brief bitte an die Geschwister Landau weiter und bittet sie um Hilfe. Serval und Gebhard sind ehrenwerte Leute mit enormer Macht in Belobog. Und ich habe volles Vertrauen in sie. Sie werden euch zweifellos bei eurer Suche nach den Stellaron unterstützen, sobald sie mein Siegel in meiner Handschrift erkennen.
Brother and sister Landau? I know the brother must refer to Gepard, but... Oh, Serval! So she's Gepard's older sister.
Wie scharfsinnig von dir!
Blonde, tall, good looking. Those Landau genes sure are...
Sampo, do you know the Landau siblings?
Landau. Yeah, we're all friends. I've mostly dealt with the younger brother in the past, but the sister... She's much scarier. We can set out at any time. Just come find me when you're ready.
Okay. Reinigung in den Dunkelheit da draußen wird nach dem Erreichen der Trailblaze Stufe 24 fortgesetzt. Okay. Ich guck mal hier, welche Stufe ich bin. 23. Hallo. Ich bin ja fast Stufe 24. Okay, Guys. Ich bin mir sicher, dass ich erstmal hier trainieren gehe. Und dann machen wir dann gleich, wenn ich noch auf Stufe 24 bin. Ich bin jetzt auf Stufe 24 und das heißt, wir können jetzt mit Sampo sprechen. Hallo.
Well, my friends, are you ready to head out?
Los geht's.
Wonderful. Remember to bring enough food and drink to refuel on the way. We have a lot.
Okay, auf geht's.
Mother, I have returned.
Bronya, I thought I'd lost you. Where were you? Are you hurt? I'll fetch the butler right away.
No, there's no need. I don't want to see Sebas right now. Sorry, Mother. I'm fine, really. I just got into a few skirmishes down in the underworld, but nothing I could...
The underworld? Oh, I see. In that case, report everything you saw. Commander Bronya.
After the failed pursuit at Backwater Pass, the wanted outsiders and I were somehow taken to the underworld. Because of the difficult situation we were in, we formed a temporary alliance to help. We also defeated an ancient robot known as Svarog and learned some truths about the Stella.
I'm listening. Go on.
Madame Cocolia, it is my firm belief that the visitors from beyond the sky are not the villains we had imagined before. I witnessed them take up arms in the name of justice and risk their lives for the sake of others. I can also ascertain that they did come for the Stellaron, but only to relieve the disaster it has brought upon Belobog. Mother, you've always known the truth about the Stellaron, haven't you? Well, the responsibility of bearing that truth will fall upon me one day. Such is the burden of being guardian, to carry these secrets for eternity. So, I ask you to forgive my defiance, but I believe that the order to dispatch the outsiders was a mistake. To solve the problems brought on by the Stellaron, the architects waited hundreds of years. And those outsiders may be the...
Enough!
What?
Arrogant. Ignorant. You disappoint me, Bronya. You merely glimpsed the tip of the iceberg, and now you think you know everything. You spend a short time with that underworld scum, and suddenly you have the audacity to question my orders? Guards! Take Bronya.
They are not scum. My entire life. Everything you ever kept from me. I remember it clearly now. This time I am standing my ground, Madam Guardian. And please, stop dismissing me with vague excuses. Tell me what you have seen. What exactly it is you are hiding. Why do you send the Silvermane guards to die in the Fragmentum? Why have you abandoned the people of the underworld? And why? Why did you have that sudden change of mind?
I see. I knew this moment would come sooner or later. I just didn't expect it would be so soon. You want to know why I gave those orders? Is that right?
Yes. I am ready.
Then come with me, Bronya. It is time you heard it. The voice of this dying world.
Oh oh. Das kann nichts Gutes heißen.
Ah, we're finally back.
Wohin gehen wir jetzt?
Oh, wait, I haven't finished yet. All right, let's go. Where's our next stop? We should find somewhere to put our feet up. As long as it's not Goethe Hotel again.
Classic unreliable Sampo. He probably guessed we'd ask where his hiding place was.
Wahre Freunde erkennt man in der Not. Finden wir Landau.
Bro or the sis? You're talking hard. We should be careful, Don Hung. What do you think?
I think it'd be best to pay a visit to Serval Landau.
So, you think we should avoid Japard for the
He's an elite officer of the Silvermane Guards. It wouldn't be easy to get to him.
Makes sense. Guess we better head over to Serval's workshop then?
But we must keep a low profile.
What's wrong, Zila?
Nothing. It's just a little... The last time I was on the surface, I was still a child. I have no memory of any... the overworld and the underworld. I'm okay. Let's go. There are so many Silvermane guards on patrol. Is it usually
So,
like this?
jetzt geht's los.
No. I don't remember the security being this tight last time. It might have something to do with us. The Supreme Guardian has probably learned of our arrival already.
Who is it? The shop's closed today. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
Ein großer Kunde mit richtig tiefen Taschen.
Not interested. I need time, not money.
Serval! We came past here before and helped you fix a few things.
What? Ah, I remember. The three outsiders. Wait, why are you still strolling around the city? Quick, act natural and get inside. Don't get spotted.
Okay, es geht rein.
All right, you'll be safe here. My workshop has pretty good soundproofing and barely anyone comes in. Just what crime did you commit, exactly? They recalled a bunch of guards from the front line to track you down. It's unprecedented. Now they're patrolling the whole city and everyone's in a panic.
Oh, we just...
Not yet, March. Bronya said we could trust you completely.
You mean to say you don't trust me completely? Good. That's smart of you. But you needn't worry. Cocolia and I aren't even on speaking terms. It was her that ejected me from the Architects. I don't believe you guys would do anything bad. And the Architects are gonna need conclusive and publicly available evidence for me to think otherwise. I know Cocolia's style. Get everyone into a frenzy first. Most people in a frenzy don't stop to ponder the details.
Kennst du Cocolia gut?
You could say that. We were like sisters once, inseparable. These days, I just spend my time fixing things in this workshop and playing music. It's pretty careful. If I'm not careful, I'll start boring you all with sob stories from the past.
let's get back to you guys. If long-lost Bronya told you to come here, you must have something important to tell me. You can trust me. I know our paths have only crossed once before, but my intuition tells me you guys are good people. And I've got good intuition, by the way.
Wir können dann wohl gleich die Geschichte abkürzen.
Ooh, I'm the best storyteller. Let me.
Perhaps I should do it. Or we'll still be...
So that's what's been happening. No wonder we hadn't heard from Bronya recently. After all these years in isolation and without us, I believe you. There's no way you could have invented all those twists and turns. What's more, we have Miss Zila here as living proof. As for the Stellaron, when I was still one of the architects working in the scientific research division, I was researching the Stellaron. I never thought I'd hear that word again after being expelled by the architects. Come on, I'll tell you everything. Only a very few people in Belobog know of the existence of the Stellaron. Those that do would never associate it with the Fragmentum or Eternal Freeze. But according to the data recorded in that robot, Svarog, the architects dug out the truth long ago. The research results were purposely hidden away to ensure that just my luck. Out of all the research topics I could have chosen, I insisted on the Stellaron. Maybe I should be thanking Cocolia. All she did was push me out. She could have decided to take a more permanent
Weißt du, wo das Stellaron ist?
Yes. I never observed it directly, but I used lab simulations, and according to the survey results, the Stellaron is likely to the north of Belobog. Somewhere in the vast snow plains.
We must locate it as soon as possible. Ideally before Cocolia takes action.
Not a problem. I was thinking the same thing. But I'm afraid telling you might not. The area to the north of Belobog has been more or less swallowed up by the Fragmentum. If you want to get to the northern snow, even if you get past the restricted zone in one piece, you'll have a whole heap of Fragmentum to deal with.
Die ganze Menge Fragmenta.
Correct. And it's different from the underground towns you described. The Fragmentum there has quite literally torn everything to pieces. There's no sign of life, despite the monsters.
It sounds like the three of us and Zila might not be enough.
I fear we may not have the time.
Hey, enough pessimism. Back in my official capacity days, I spent a lot of time in the north. I got to know the soldiers and officers on the front line very well. This calls for brainwaves, not brawn waves. How about I take you over myself?
Really? Great! Phew. It's less scary if someone you know is leading the way.
I want to see the Stellaron too, you know. It was my research topic for over a decade. You don't get that many decades in life. That's settled then. There's no time to lose. We should head out as soon.
Okay. Zieh mit Server los zum Sperrgebiet der Silbermänenwache. Dann auf geht's.
Darn it! I forgot my brother said he'd be around today. Find somewhere to hide, quick! I'll handle him. Japard! It's you! I didn't think you'd have the time to visit with things so...
Things are manageable. The latest wave of monster attacks has slowed. I'm back in the city to take care of a few matters, but I'll be back on the front line later.
Oh, yes. That's right.
Sis, you look a bit pale.
No. Why would anything have happened?
You don't normally use my full name.
You said you hate it when I call you bro in public. Well, I agree. It'd sound better if I started using your full name. Right, Brosif?
You can call me whatever you like. Look, Serval, I'm here on official business today. There's something wrong with the barrier generator device.
Those guys can't think outside the box. Of course they can't wrap their heads around my design.
Sorry to trouble you.
Why are you being so polite? Oh, and why is the city under...
I've been instructed to keep it quiet.
Lil Jeppy. So grown up now, looking down on his civilian sister.
Don't say that. Forget it. If I don't tell you, Pela will. Last night, Lady Bronya suddenly appeared. She entered Klepoth Fort. The Supreme Guardian is worried that the 3 intruders may have followed Bronya out of the Fragmentum and back into the administrative district. She issued a...
Ah, so that's how it is. No wonder I haven't heard from Bronya.
I'm not sure. She hasn't left Klepoth Fort. The Supreme Guardian just said she'd returned.
Well, I was sure worried about her. After she disappeared, Pela's workload doubled. She said
she really does tell you everything. Oh, by the way, I left my Goethe Hotel limited edition flask behind last time I was here. Let me have a...
Wait!
What is it?
It's, right. You remember how you neglected all those flowers to death? I piled them all over there during a bit of spring...
Seems like a strange reason not to take a look. Plus, am I supposed to believe you were spring cleaning?
Am not! How dare you! What do you take your sister for?
Never mind. This is your space, and I shouldn't intrude.
Hey, wait a sec. Those intruders.
They're plotting to overthrow the architects and bring harm to the city.
Huh. Reminds me of the accusations against me. Cocolia...
Don't say that, Serval. I know that you're still nursing a grievance against the Supreme Guardian, but...
You're telling me off again? Fine. Whatever, bro. You better be going. Come listen to Pela in my next rehearsal.
I will, if I have the time.
The coast is clear. You can come out now.
Okay.
Phew, I nearly suffocated. What kind of plot device?
I almost lost my cool when he went for his flask.
This is bad. Bronya's in danger. We have to go save...
Attempting to storm Klepoth Fort by ourselves? Forget it, Zila. I don't care how skilled you are, I'm not sending you on a... Rest assured, Cocolia may have changed over the years, but she never hurt Bronya.
You sound like Bronya herself. I don't get it. You guys are against Cocolia, and yet in some ways, you seem to trust her completely.
Geht Gepard in das Sperrgebiet der Silbermanwache?
Didn't you hear him? He said he needs to take care of a few matters in the city first. Come on, let's go to the restricted zone. If we can get ahead of the curve and find the
Okay, jetzt geht es los. Zum Sperrgebiet.
Is Bronya really safe?
You care about her, huh? You must have become close friends.
Come around and have a look.
Close is a bit much, but I made her a promise.
Relax.
So.
Oh, they've jacked up security all right. How the heck are we gonna sneak in? Serval...
Leave it to me. Stick close, guys, and don't get spotted.